y'all.
They saying if you work hard, then you'll get it. They saying if you work a job, then you'll get it. They saying if you go to college, you'll get it.
See how many fire trucks they got? You count?
I don't know what happened.
Huh?
Yeah.
How many was it?
Well, I didn't count, but I know it was a lot. This is the accessible entrance.
No, ya ir por así. Es que si no corre.
Awesome. Have fun. Perfect. Have fun. how much meat you think those got? Those them crabs that those people be hanging up.
A Tasmanian king crab.
Monster. Hey.
You see that even looking. That is so cool.
See, it's moving.
That's a red urchin. That's a sunflower sea star. We have another one in that rare corner too.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so y'all just watched our trip to the shed. I missed recording. Was even before entering, it took us like 30 minutes, maybe even longer, to find a park. Parking was $30, which to me personally is ridiculous. Like, I cannot justify paying $30 to park anywhere. I never, no, I just, no. But we ended up parking on the street, and it's very, iffy on finding a park on the street. Like, we were just circling and circling until we finally found someone living out, and we got their park for about $4. And I was just using Park Chicago, which is, they have an app, which is what we used, but you can just go up to the little meter and pay. I did not get that part because I'm still figuring this out. Like, I've been trying to get this channel up and running for about a year now, and so I keep the camera on me, I keep it on me, but sometimes I honestly forget I'm out, and I'm just like, oh. And sometimes it's too late to even start. But luckily I started like as we were walking. So, you know, I said I can, you know, tell y'all about the parking thing. Straight to the shed. So something about the Shed Aquarium is it is the third largest aquarium in the US, coming only after the Disney World, like the Seas Aquarium, and I think that's like based on Nemo, and then the Georgia Aquarium. It is the largest in the Midwest. It was the largest for a very long time. So that being said, it is a lot of ground to cover. I do apologize. I know it was dark. That's just the vibe in there. And you cannot use a lot of flash photography, and there are signs posted, so it's kind of hard to navigate on where you can and where you can't. So I just left it off entirely. But it's a lot of ground to cover. I would go back, but I will plan my visit better. Like, this was not a planned outing. We were just like, okay, let's go to the Shed Aquarium. Because when we got there, we missed like the shows and stuff, like those had already been done with. We did get in for free. However, regular pricing is about $40. If you aren't a Chicago resident, please listen carefully. A Chicago resident, not just an Illinois resident. Chicago residents are about $20. So you pay about $20 more depending on your zip code. However, in honor of Black History Month, okay, the weekdays in February are free. Now, I really don't know why. Just randomly they have like free days, and the weekdays in February are a bunch of those free days. So please go check it out. Because although that pricing is typical for a lot in major cities, I'm not a huge fan of paying that much. Just I don't know, I can't. But we got in free, and children under 3 are free anyway. But yeah, I would say plan it. Make sure that you are able to check out some shows, especially on those free days. I'm almost certain that you still will have to pay for like shows, but to get in is free. So yeah, just call or go online and see like about those shows and stuff, and if those are included in free days. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but like I said, if that $40 included shows, then I would say go for it. Of course it's justified, but then you just do the math. You have parking, $30, because who wants to drive around for 30 minutes if you know, especially if you have this day planned. If you have it planned, you kind of probably would pay for parking, which sounds a little crazy, but it's like you already had this planned. You might have some other stuff to do, so you're paying for that parking. You're paying $40 to get in. You're paying for shows. You're paying to eat. Like, it can be an expensive day. So if that was included, then that would be great. However, the free days is for Illinois residents with a valid ID. So it's not just for Chicago residents. Illinois residents free for the month of February. And then just go in, check periodically about those other free days. I really like the Shed Aquarium. It gives me, I feel nostalgia. It reminds me of all of my field trips when I was really little. And we would go see the dolphin shows and just going on field trips with my mom. It was cool to be back there. But I feel like it's something that you should plan for because it's a lot of walking. I didn't even realize how much walking we did until like going into the video, and I'm like, wow, like that's a lot of ground to cover. So wear some comfortable shoes, okay? You know, feel like, oh nah, I'm tired, I don't want, like, be prepared because there's some interesting things in there. I think it's something for everybody in there. And I just think that it's a super cool vibe. Like, I really do. It's serene, especially if you were to go like that's one thing. Those free days are going to be packed. That day was packed. But it is on weekdays. So, you know, maybe if you can go early in the morning, people are at work, you might get some luck on it not being so crowded. If it is a quieter day, it's super chill to just go look at this stuff. You're like, oh, wow, wow, wow. Even if you aren't like super interested in, you know, aquarium life. After going to the Shell Aquarium, I started really looking into fish. So I'm thinking about getting like a decent little fish tank. And that was inspired all from our trip to the shed. So I would say if you are in the Chicagoland area, definitely go and give the shed a look. Like, why wouldn't you? And then you have the planetarium as well as the field museum, I believe. I be having notes, y'all, and I don't follow none of these notes. I don't know why I write them. But anyway, yeah, go check out the shed. Come back for more videos. Comment, please comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you back here later.